Welcome to the Stephen Hartmann Podcast. What's the show? No one knows. Who am I? Who cares? Let's start the show.
Hell yeah. What's up, people? Let's get this fucking show started. I am pumped up. Raiders, homie. What a game. What a game, man. That shit was insane. But I gotta talk about that right now. I'll talk about sports here in a minute. Crazy shit, though. All right. What I'm gonna do is let me kick this off. Anyway, what's up, people? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a great weekend. My weekend was pretty damn good. Pretty freaking excited right now. Anyway, I wanted to start this show off with the stuff I was talking about last episode, so that way I didn't forget about it. I was talking about some stuff that went on Legion of Skanks. They had that Apple iPhone recognition thing, and then I wanted to play you guys another thing that they did. But I'm going to play the first one right now. I just wanted to do this why I know this shit was like kind of working correctly. So let me go here. Share my screen a little bit. This is the iPhone one.
Welcome to the Can I say this? Facial recognition is racist.
That's Jamar Neighbors.
Yeah,
he's a funny
I've heard
dude.
that before. Watch this. Come here, my nigga. Right
He just
here.
gets a guy out of the audience. All right.
No way. It's not gonna use.
Oh, dude, if it
No
does,
way.
no way.
No way.
No way. You guys look nothing alike.
It don't matter.
No way. No way.
No.
He has it
That's
unlocked.
not Rio.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
No way.
Black people's phones are completely unsecure.
Close it.
That shit tripped me out. So he tries it again.
No, you're looking for me.
Nope.
Hey, Lewis, you're finally white.
Hold on. Let me try to black. let me try to black up my face.
Will work.
Oh,
shit.
That was
do
just
the
kind of
grip walk
stupid.
now. Wait, hold on. Are you fucking with us or is that real?
My man.
No, hold on. Can we get another black person?
Okay.
Nope.
Is there another one here?
Lewis, the answer is no, we
My
can't.
man, he got glasses on. Okay. He has
Right there,
glasses
right
on.
there.
Like, I wasn't
has
sure if this
glasses
shit
on.
was
Come
set
right
up,
quick,
but
my
the
man,
fact
right.
that they did it with a couple people,
Lewis,
just like,
I'm
I'm
holy
just
shit,
surprised
is
we
this
have
a
more
real
than one
thing?
black person here. We have black friends.
We have black friends.
If you don't know who the Legion of Skanks are, they are known as the most
Come here,
offensive
King. Let me-
podcast. So,
Yeah.
No way.
Fuck you, Steve Jobs. With your stank ass pancreas.
And
To be fair, Jamar just said that because his last name is Jobs.
so there was that one. I'm gonna go back here.
He didn't even know he worked for
So I
Apple.
want to show you guys another one. Let's see here. I think it's right here. Yes. They did this because they knew a couple of the comedians that died the other day. They got
This is
cocaine laced with fentanyl, and a bunch of them died. So they kind of sang this song, like kind of jokingly, but as an ode to some of them.
that was actually a real good song.
I was thinking,
But
wait a little
it's funny to see these guys, known as the most offensive podcast,
Ironically, actually
Singing.
really like that song.
I like
Hootie and the
all the Hootie
Blowfish
songs.
I
song.
haven't heard none of these songs.
yes,
We're
you
gonna-
have.
We're gonna sing one
You-
right
I
now.
bet
Go.
you have.
Educate me.
I bet you'll remember these.
Let her cry. Let's go.
All right.
I just love that Jamar Neighbors is just like, I don't know who the fuck Hootie and the
My
Blowfish
good
is.
friend.
I mean, I don't even know if I can hit these
You
notes.
can do it, dude. You got it.
I don't know. This is tough, dude. I mean, Darius Rucker's to sing. She's sitting alone by a lamppost, trying to find a thought to escape her mind.
Now, like, why I play this is like
That's the one I
it just kind of
love
cracks me up that these guys would
most.
sing this kind of song. But
Stop,
truthfully,
stop for
listening
me.
to it, I was all like, damn, this is actually kind of a good song.
No, she never lets me in. Only tells me where she's been.
But anyway, this is just the kind of silly shit that they do on this podcast. It just had me laughing my ass off the other day.
I say that I don't.
But yeah, like I said, they did that shit to, you know, because I guess like that was, I think, like a favorite band of hers or something like that. Or maybe they just picked it because they had something to do about a girl doing drugs or something. I can't remember why exactly they picked that song, but it was just kind of funny to see those guys singing that song. Jamar Neighbors is just like, who is this? It just kind of cracked me up. But I just wanted to play that shit because it seemed like the YouTube shit was working somewhat. So let me go ahead and fucking turn that off. But yeah, man, check out Legion of Skanks. Like I said, if you can stand, you know, not getting your feelings hurt and all that, don't mind hearing some bad words. I mean, I cuss, but they say some shit, and they'll, you know, they do some pretty gnarly stuff on that show. So, but I mean, they make me laugh quite a bit. So you just got to realize, like, the comedy is just to make you, like, you turn something, like, I think it was Louis Anderson that said it one time. It was like, you turn something horrible into something funny, you know, like, that's why they always, you know, they defend rape jokes and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I understand it's a horrible thing, but if we can't, like, try to make people laugh, you know, and feel better about it, then what the hell, man? You know, we're not trying to make people feel bad. We're trying to make people laugh, you know? So, like, even though they're offensive, like, a lot of their shit just cracks me up. And like I said, just for no reason, we're just going to all karaoke Hootie and the Blowfish. And truthfully, they did a pretty good job. Like, Big J's got a pretty good voice. Lewis just sounds like Lewis. But, you know, it was pretty decent. I enjoyed it. That was, I think, last Monday's episode. This last Monday, they had Tim Butterly and what's his name? I can't think of his little sidekick there. Mike Rainey. I'm watching that one right now. But I had to stop so I could do my own podcast. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to get that out there because I'd been talking about it, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget about putting it up there because I was like, keep leaving people hanging. And then, like, my cousin Mel was like, dude, don't forget to talk about the iPhone thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, thanks, dude. Thanks for the reminder. So I made sure to do that. Anyway, I kind of want to jump into some stuff that went over on the weekend. We had the baby shower, so I guess I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that and maybe show some pictures and stuff. First, I just want to thank Velinda and Rebecca, our coworkers, man. They threw us an awesome party. Like, blew my mind. Like, they came over here, they decorated real good. It was awesome. They got a fucking beautiful cake. They got us food. Everything was taken care of. It was amazing. So I just want to say thank you to those guys for sure. You two are amazing for doing this. I really appreciate it. Julia was happy as shit. You know, you guys did us a real good solid. So I appreciate it a lot. Like, more than I ever thought would happen. So thank you there for sure. And then, of course, thank you to everybody that came, man. Like, we had a pretty good turnout. We weren't really sure how many people are going to come, and we had a pretty, you know, packed house. You know, I was like, damn, if we had any more, it'd be a little too many people here. But, like, I really appreciate everybody coming. It was a lot of coworkers, so that was nice, man, to see that people at work really appreciate Julia. You can see that they like her there a lot. So it was really cool to see that. And we got some great shit. They all brought us some good stuff. And then of course, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law that came, of course. And they got us some really cool shit. They got us the backpack that turns into like a changing thing and all that. And they got us some pretty cute stuff. And my father-in-law got us some great shit too, man. Like he bought us like this really cool baby monitor. I'm like joking around calling it the ghost cam. Cause I'm like, let's see if we can't catch any ghosts. Cause that's how we always see on like, YouTube and shit. It always seems like it's off of baby monitors and shit. But he got us that, and he got us like one of those baby jumpers that like kids really love. I know I loved it as a kid, and I guess apparently so did Julia and them. Like their mom was talking about, I guess one of them was jumping so hard they like jumped out of it. That kind of cracked me up. But we got a lot of great stuff, man. People got us a lot of cute clothes. They got us diapers and stuff like that. My buddy Eric and his girl Jeanette got us a stroller and car seat combo, which was really needed. I appreciate that very much. We got like this really cute Build-A-Bear thing. Like we just got a whole bunch of really cool shit. It was fun. I guess what I could do is like pop up some pictures on here real quick. Let me turn me off. And I'll go here. No, that's not what I want to do. Go back here. First, I'm going to let you guys see an ultrasound picture of little Kinsley. I believe this is from the last time. She's just like giving an attitude face like, what the fuck do you want? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is from the last time. And then let's see here. This is the baby shower photos. There's the little Build-A-Bear thing. And it's pretty cool. They like made a tricycle out of diapers. I gotta admit, like some of these people had some really creative ideas, and the decorations and everything were really like they did a really awesome job. So of course, there's a picture of my wife, Julia, looking beautiful in her dress that her sister got her. Kelsey got her that dress for the party. I thought it was a very lovely dress. She looked very beautiful that day. And then kind of see there's Kelsey there standing up. I think that was when we were doing the measurement thing. We had like a game where we had to like measure out what we thought her length was around her belly or whatever. And I ended up winning. It was pretty crazy. Like I think I was like an inch off. But let's see what else here I got. Oh, here's the cake, man. Like I thought that was badass. They did an amazing job on that. The pregnant woman on there with the little baby skeleton in there and shit. I thought that was just adorable. It was, like I said, they did such an awesome job. They decorated so well. It was a really fun time. One of the other games we played was weird. There was like a bowl of rice, and they put a bunch of safety pins in there, and you blindfolded yourself. And they gave you a minute to try to find safety pins. And it's like, okay, well, safety pins are pretty big compared to a piece of rice. This shouldn't be that hard of an issue, right? But like just watching everybody go, it was just like you could see everybody was struggling pretty bad, Like I think my wife got like 2. I think Kelsey got 2, maybe. I think maybe 3. Like I know the winner was I I think it was April's daughter. She won. She got 9, which was pretty damn impressive. We were all like, damn, it must be, because she got like tiny little hands and shit. But I ended up getting 5. So I was surprised that I did so well, but I'm kind of blind. So I kind of figure, maybe my touch is a little more sensitive. I don't know. But that was pretty cool. Like, interesting game. Then they did this like other thing where we all had to wear clips, and then if anybody saw anybody like cross their hands or cross their legs or anything, you got to take their clip. And then April ended up winning that one. I think that was the only games we played, but it was really fun. It, had a really good time. Like I said, the turnout was really awesome. So again, thank you to everybody. Thank you for the amazing gifts. It's fucking really appreciated. I just, I never thought we'd have that kind of turnout. So, it felt really good to have that. So thank you again. I guess I'll just segue into some sports. The Raiders won tonight. I couldn't have been more happy, man. First off, that game was insane. I had there was just so much emotion in that game. Like right away, we were down 14-0, and it's just like, fuck, is it going to be one of these kind of games? Or are we just going to lose like 35-0? And then we kind of battle back. I think at halftime, it's 10-17. And then we tie it up at 17-17. And then they score a touchdown. And then we score, so we tie it back up. And then they get a field goal with like 35 seconds left or some shit like that. And I'm like, damn, man. Well, good fucking game, guys. You tried hard. You did what you can do. Somehow, Carr gets this dude Edwards open twice for like 23 and like 26 yards. Gets us in the field goal range. Carlson makes the field goal, ties it up, goes into overtime. I'm just like, oh my God, we got this shit, dude. Fuck yeah. We get the coin toss. We receive it. We're doing good. Carr hits this pass to Edwards. He breaks free. He leans, scores the touchdown. They call it, right? The whole fucking crowd is like, yeah, they're rushing the field. Teams are all shaking hands like, congrats, fucking good job. And the refs are like, oh, he didn't make it, so everybody needs to line back up. And by then, I'd already kind of celebrated. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, just like everybody else. And then, like, when you hear that shit, you're just like, oh, no, that fucking blows. And then he throws a pick. Fucking Carr, man. I guess it wasn't necessarily his fault. Bounced off dude's hand. It seems to happen a lot with Carr. I don't know if he just chucks it too hard when they're that close or something. And I'm just like, fuck, well, there goes our hopes, man. We lost this shit. But for the first time in a while, I think the D is going to win us some games, dude. That D looked amazing. I couldn't have been happier with the way they were getting after Lamar Jackson. And that's not easy to do, man. That guy is one of the most elusive dudes in the fucking league. So the fact that we were able to do what we did, like they said it on the fucking TV broadcast, the last few times the Ravens have played the opener, they've like destroyed their opponents. It'd be like 45-3. I think the other one was like 54-7 or some shit like that. Like they were beating them by 40 plus points every time. And like not even allowing the other team to score 10 points. And here we are, we score fucking 33. Right? Yeah. So like, well, yeah, I didn't even finish the way they finished. Like the fucking D finished that game, man. They stepped up. They fucking got to fucking Jackson. And then we just were able to get that shit in, man. Zay Jones was just wide the fuck open. I don't know what they were doing. Like they didn't even fucking bother covering that guy. So, but they may have been emotionally drained, especially after losing once already. You had already given up at that point because you thought you lost. Like you said, they were all out there going like, good game, good game. How do you go from that losing mentality to, doing something? But for a second there, I thought they were going to, man. Like when the Raiders fucked up and didn't score after that touchdown was called back, I thought we were fucked. I thought they were just going to go down, kick a field goal, and win. But like I said, I think that defense may be something to watch out for. The secondary may not be that much, but that front end, man, is looking pretty brutal. They're getting back there. I'm hoping Ngongwin or whatever the fuck his name is okay because he missed like the last quarter. So I'm hoping he just kind of has a minor hamstring or something like that because he was getting back there too. He was helping Max and all them get back there. But even fucking, what's his name? He was doing good too, man. And then we get Colin Farrell back sometime, I think. So that front line is going to be fucking crazy. So I am pretty pumped up about this defense. I think this defensive coordinator knows what he's doing. We got rid of a lot of dudes that seem to have issues in the secondary. So I'm thinking it's going to be a lot better. There was a couple breakdowns, but it's week 1. So, it was kind of expected. I was impressed with what we did, though. So I can't remember who they play this next week. Let me look that up real quick. Besides that, the rest of the weekend, man, some pretty crazy games there too. I was totally wrong about Jacksonville winning. Like there was a few games that I was just totally wrong about. I did not pick very well this week. I think I only won 8 games on my pick'em, but I destroyed on my fantasy. I believe I scored more points than anybody in our league. Well, at least the one with my family, my podcast league. The other one I lost by like a half a point, dude. I was so frustrated with that one. But that team was on a auto pick, so it's not very good. But trust me, after wires this week, that team's going to be something. I'm going to get some shit. Oh, stop that. Pittsburgh, damn. Did Pittsburgh win this last week? I don't even remember what they did. Oh, yeah. Okay. They did. Shit. That was another game I was wrong on because I picked Buffalo. So, I mean, Pittsburgh's always a hard game for us, but somehow we seem to have been pulling them out lately. But damn, we're going to Pittsburgh right away. Truthfully, if I was to bet on that game, I would pick the Steelers. So we might be 1-1 after next week. But truthfully, after this last game, 1-1, I'm kind of happy with. If somehow we can beat the Steelers, that'd be great. But, going to Pittsburgh, it's kind of a long trip. And like I said, we kind of have a history with that team. So I don't really expect us to win. But I'm still happy with 1-1. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, the fantasy, man, scored 159 points this week. And that's not even a team that I thought was that great. Unfortunately, I had to beat my wife. Like, we played the first week, and I was just like, damn, babe, like, that sucks. One of us is going to have to lose right away. And we both have really decent teams. Like, truthfully, I like her team a lot more. She has some really good names on that team. I think I just lucked out this week with a couple of people, truthfully. Like, I don't expect to be getting 160 points every week like I did this week. But she got 136 points. So, like I said, that's probably something that she could probably get weekly because she's got a pretty good team. she had a pretty good pick position. I think she picked like fourth or sixth. I can't remember which one it is, but one of those, like, that's my preferred spot, man. I picked number one, unfortunately. I was like, damn, that sucks. I got to wait 20 picks. So I ended up only getting like a couple of decent players. So I got to work on that waiver wire shit. But like I said, 159 points on not happy with my picks. So I'm happy with that for sure. Not so happy with my pick'ems though. Like I said, now I think I won like 8 games. My wife beat my ass on this week. She won like 12. So I think my dad had 11. So they had some good picks this week. I think the rest of us won 8 to 9 games. I think everybody else didn't do too well. But that's to be expected week 1. You don't really understand what teams are doing right away. We probably won't really see, the full potential of these teams till like week 2 or 3, just because they didn't really do preseason correctly. So we'll see how that goes. But man, what a way to end the week. If you didn't watch that game, at least go back and click on the highlight and watch that thing, man. Like, just watching the back and forth of that game was intense. They even said it a few times during the broadcast, like, this might be the most entertaining Monday night game they've had in a while. So I was happy with it. It definitely kept me entertained. I think that's pretty much it for the sports shit. Fuck. Damn, I won't be here again before the Thursday game. Damn, I might have to start doing another one for Wednesday so I get my picks and stuff in. You know what? I guess Wednesday is going to be that's probably going to just be like a quick 15-minute fantasy and pick 'em update. So that way I can get that in before the games start. Because I hate missing that Thursday game. I feel like I'm like, oh yeah, I picked them, but there's no proof of it because this don't come out till Thursday. So that's what I'm doing. Wednesdays, I will be doing that from now on. I was looking at the news, didn't really see anything in there about that I really wanted to talk about. I was going to tell a life story, and I totally forgot what the fuck it was. What was I going to talk about? Damn. I guess I should have wrote that down. I had everything else here with all the pictures and shit, but I can't remember what the hell I was going to talk about. Damn. Oh, shit. My dream. I recently just had a dream. And I figured I'd talk about this a little bit. I've talked about dreams a little bit on a past podcast. I think I talked about, I think it was mostly just the fucking sleep paralysis thing I had. And I think I may have talked a little bit more about some other sleep stuff. But I want to go into this dream that I recently had. This is another one of these dreams that you kind of wake up from like, oh, that wasn't real. Thank God. I believe me and my wife and the rest of the family were on a cruise. I can't remember if it was a cruise or if we were just on a boat, maybe like, one of the old destroyers that was, docked or some shit, right? I just know we were on a boat near the water. It was a large boat. Anyway, we're doing stuff, and the next thing I know, like, you see this stuff in the air, and it's like, holy shit, that's a missile. And like, we're just watching it, like, where the fuck is that missile going? We can't tell if it's coming down, going up. And then all of a sudden you just see 4 laser dots like coming from corners almost, like it seemed, and they just go up and they point at the missile, and the next thing you know, the missile explodes. And we're just like, holy shit, what the fuck's going on, And we're panicking, we're all like running and shit. And the next thing you know, I'm looking up and you could see like more missiles coming down. They're obviously coming down now, you can tell. And it's just like, holy shit, we need to go. And like I hear, explosions and shit, not knowing what's going on. And then like I kind of look back and you can just see what looks to me like, I guess, triangle shape, cylindrical vehicles, kind of almost like Star Trek looking vehicle. Not necessarily Star Trek, I guess, because, they weren't like that, but they had that kind of jet thing or whatever on them. And there's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them flying through the air. And they're kind of pulsating weird colors and all this kind of crazy shit. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? And I can see they're either trying to blow up the missiles or something. Like, I can't tell if they're trying to stop the missiles or they're the ones shooting them. But I just know they're up there and there's just explosions everywhere. The next thing I know, one of the missiles either almost hits or hits right next to us. It fucking blows the boat sideways like crazy, like knocks us out. And I actually go unconscious in the dream. Like, I remember this. I fucking got knocked back, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up and like someone's pulling me out of rubble. Like, there's rocks and all kinds of shit all over me. And I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? And they're like, we gotta go. We gotta go. And I'm just like, okay. So we start running. We're like trying to look for shelter. And I like look up and they're still up there doing their thing or whatever. There's still bombs going off, all kinds of crazy shit. Like, I think I'm pretty much with my wife the whole time. Somehow we get inside a place. Like, I don't remember anybody else being with us at the time. I know they were with us at the beginning, but I don't really see anybody else anymore. It's just me and my wife. We like get into like some kind of department store or some shit like that. And we're like hiding behind counters. We're just like, oh my God, this is fucking crazy. What is going on? This is insane. And like, all I can remember thinking is, man, I just want to see my baby born. It's so close. Like, why did this have to happen now? Why can't it happen after my baby's born? And like, we're just talking about it, sitting there, like holding each other, like crying and shit. And like, it was just super emotional. And like, the next thing I know, it's just quiet. And we're like, okay, what's going on? So like, we get up and we go out and there's nothing going on. Of course, there's, whatever chaos that's going on from the stuff that happened, but there's no more bombs coming down. There's no more flying things. And we're just like, what the fuck's going on? But like, one of the weirdest things I noticed right away was apparently from the explosions or something, like our planet is now knocked off our solar system. So basically the sun is hitting part of the planet. Like, you can see where it's partly sunny and the rest of it's just dark, and it's staying that way. That one side of the planet is now just constantly dark. And of course, I don't think you'd really see that in real life. If that did happen, I wouldn't be able to notice that, oh, here's the dark line. But in my dream, I see it, but it was just so strange. And then like, somehow we get into some vehicles or something like that. We drive and then we find this place where there's people. And like, the funny thing is the first thing I can think of when I get out of the vehicle is I'm like, who has a fucking joint? I just want to get fucking high right now. And like, this old man just like happens to pull a joint out and he's like, I got one. We sit there and light it up and we're just smoking and shit. And like, I just remember like, fuck, man, crazy shit. And then like, I think that's pretty much right when I woke up. Like, I can't remember if there was anything else after that right now. But I know when I woke up, I was just like, holy Jesus. Thank God that wasn't real. Because all I could think about was the whole thing about not seeing my baby. And like, I just wonder where that comes from. Is that just like a fear of me either, I don't know, like having the fear of losing her or something? Like it just kind of tripped me out. It made me think like, why did I dream that? And then of course, like I also think, you know, because I've brought it up before, the whole alternate universe type shit. Does that mean that I did this already? Or did this just happen to another me? Did another version of me just have his world blown up by a bunch of aliens and shit? You know? Or is that some shit that may happen in the future? Because I've thought about that as well. I think I've talked about it on here where I had that crazy dream about a bomb going off. And then the next day we dropped one of the largest bombs in the world. We dropped it on Syria, I believe. But it was just very weird, you know, like I'm just like, shit, is this going to happen? So now I'm just like, well, we're just never going to go on a boat. And then my wife was all like, okay, well, I don't think we're going to go on a boat before the baby's born. So I think we're okay. And I was like, that's a good fucking point. So that's when I go back to the whole, is this an alternate universe? Is this something that happened to a past life? You know, like, why do you have those kind of dreams? It's just kind of weird. I know I was watching some weird shit that same night, but just the dream was very hardcore and very realistic. I mean, to a point, of course, like that doesn't sound too realistic, but it felt super real. And, you know, like I said, when I woke up, I was just very happy that none of that actually happened. And that usually doesn't happen. Like, I usually don't mind a scary dream, a violent dream, but shit like that just kind of fucks me up. Like I said, the whole sleep paralysis one, that really fucked me up. Like, that is definitely the worst thing that ever happened to me. The sleep paralysis thing just, it still like gives me chills thinking about that shit. It's like, was that just my brain? Was that something here? And then again, that goes back to my ghost cam. I am kind of hoping to catch some shit. What was funny is I was fucking with it earlier and I like zoomed in and all of a sudden there was this little thing that flew by and I was like, oh my God, there's an orb. But I'm like, it's just a piece of lit. But just funny. Like I said, I don't necessarily believe in it, but I definitely don't discount any kind of paranormal shit. Any of it. Aliens, alternate universe, demons, beings, shadow people. It could all exist, man. So I'm just, you know, keeping an open mind, you know, keeping a lookout for shit. But yeah, my dreams have always been pretty crazy. Like I said, I think I've said it before. Most of my life, it's been mostly just a set of movies, basically. And then recently, when I stopped smoking weed, like, I don't know if it stopped my brain from doing the same shit, but it just made me start having the most intense dreams ever. And it turned into like weird shit, you know, like, I don't know. I had a dream about like hanging out at basically Skankfest or whatever. Like, I was just hanging out with a bunch of comedians and like wrestlers and doing all kinds of weird shit and like driving Jeeps through mud and like, what the fuck? Why did I have a dream about this? You know, like having dreams about people I don't even know. It's kind of strange. And then like I've heard that you can't dream about people that you've never seen. Like, I don't mean like in person, even like if you've never seen their picture. but that can't really be possible. Like, I know I've dreamt of people that I don't know. So is that just my mind putting a face together? But I've always heard that like you can't do that. Usually if it's a person you don't know, it's usually a blurry face or whatever. But I know for a fact that there's definitely faces that are in my dreams that I don't know. So dreams are fucking weird. That's another thing I'd kind of like to get into. You know, if any of y'all have some crazy dream stories, I'd love to hear that shit. I just hit up Shannon from The Thing Is. I'm hoping she'll fucking hit me back up. Maybe let me do something on her show or something. She does like the scary stories and fight stories and all that kind of shit. So I wouldn't mind getting on that and telling my story. But I think that's pretty much it for the week. I've done like 41 minutes. I can't really think of anything else that I wanted to talk about this week. Like I said, I appreciate my cousin Melvin leaving me a comment, telling me, you know, his thoughts and stuff. Anybody else, I would like to hear some feedback, you know, that'd be great. And of course, share, like, follow on Spotify. Stuff, I guess, didn't get uploaded to Apple because I have numbers in my titles. So I guess I have to fix that. I guess that's why like rap and all them use like Roman numerals. So I guess I'm going to start doing that because fucking Apple is stupid. Who would have thought that was a problem? Like I saw like Bill Burt earlier. They use fucking 98 and shit. Are you telling me they don't upload to Apple? I guess they probably don't really need to. They're famous. Just, I don't get that shit at all. Damn, I didn't really pull up anything for any stand up or anything. I guess I kind of did with the Legion of Skanks thing. Like I said, check those guys out. They're on Monday and Friday. I love those dudes. Louis J. Gomez, Dave Smith, Big J. Okerson. They all have their own little side projects. You know, you got The Bonfire, you got Believe You Me, you got Real Ass Podcast, you got Part of the Problem, SDR. That's another good fucking show, man. SDR, if you like to watch crazy shit, they have all kinds of debauchery on there. So check that show out. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So it's in the title. You're definitely going to see all of it. So like they do drug shows, they do sex shows, they do all kinds of stuff. So it's Big J. Okerson and Ralph Sutton on that one. That's a really good show. They have like big old rock stars, you know, you name it, from like Axl Rose to fucking, you know, newer people. They had like Mark Cuban on there. They've had some really huge people on that show. So like it's pretty impressive. And then like I said, they'll also have some porn people on there doing some really crazy shit. So it's pretty funny though. Anyway, I think that's it for the week. For sure, check me out on Spotify. Of course, the video, check that out on YouTube if you want to see the pictures of the baby or the baby shower or any of that stuff that I shared today. It'll all be on YouTube. I haven't updated my website in a while, so I'm not even going to plug any of that stuff. So I'll try to get all that done. Anyway, thank you guys, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.